What is up, Copy Squad? It's your boy Kyle Milligan, and today we're gonna look at some Discord community copy. All right, so here we go. Let's dive into this. The brand new major bull run most investors are missing out on. For me, one thing that comes to mind immediately is I'm like, major AI bull run. Like right now, AI is just a hot thing, so I would just throw it in anywhere I could. I'm not sure what this is about yet. The brand new major bull run most investors. We're on the cusp of a brand new major bull market run. There's a lot. Okay, so adjective city, brand new major bull, right? Those are all adjectives. Bull market run. And this major brand new bull market, it's such a mouthful, will be capable of turning a $5 investment into a substantial gain. It's just soft. Has nothing to do with bullion. Oh my God. Gold? Okay, this is out of touch. ETFs or mining stocks. So, okay, we got to talk about some of this shit. In fact, you won't find this information on any investment form, yet knowing the secret behind this new bull market could turn an investment of 1,000 into 300,000, or every 5,000 into 1.6 million. You want to use 0.6, Americanized. I'm not sure who uses comma, but we use periods for this in the US. And our experts believe it could go to higher return margins. So if you want to capture the biggest gains, click here to get in this brand new market as early as possible. So to be honest, it's a complete swing and miss on every line. I could critique every single line. Brand new major bull run. Like this is what I would just say is just major vague run. I don't know, just vague, major vague. We're on the cusp of a new, I'll give you credit here. The disrupt does not betray the subject line. Good job. But the subject line sucks. All right, major bull run. Like it's not self-evident. Like there's nothing here in the markets right now where it's like, oh my God, look at this major bull run. We got a cat. Like it's not. You're saying there's no promise. There's no benefit. And this major brand new bull market will be capable of turning into a substantial gain. This is vague, means nothing. It feels like a child trying to scam me. It feels like a bad scam. Like it's not even well researched. That's what it feels like. It has nothing to do with bullion. Woof. Gold has never had substantial gains of any type. It's gone up, but like relative to just basically stocks, options, anything. Gold just doesn't really do shit. ETFs. Like, are these hot topics? No. Like, just frankly, no. So why mention them? Like, I could see if you said it has nothing to do with AI, right? I'd be like, oh, fuck. There's a bull run that has nothing to do with AI. That's more intriguing. I didn't know there was anything but AI happening right now. Like, that's the thing about financial. The reason it costs, it pays the most is because if you get it right, the reach is infinite. If you nail it. And it's difficult to nail. So it's the hardest thing to nail, like the lowest chance of success. But if you can sort of have your finger on the pulse of where someone's head is in the financial and investing space, and you can just nail it, then you can make a lot of money. But this is not a game where you can just kind of be sort of in it and like, I'm in it, and there's a lot of things I don't know. I can tell that you're not in it. Mining stocks. Why? Why would anyone mine stocks? Like, what have you said that makes a believe it could be mining stocks? Are mining stocks hot? ETFs are funds, meaning they don't do big gains. There are some ETFs that are leveraged and have higher returns. And there are some ETFs that invest in riskier markets, but they don't do $5 into substantial gain. That's not what they do. In fact, you won't find this information on any investment form. So what? Like, what do you mean investment form? I don't understand. Yet the secret behind this new bull market could turn an investment of 1,000 into 300,000. Is that a 3,000% return? Like, or every 5,000 into 1.6 million? This is just, again, just like, there is zero reason for me to even consider this. Like, there's just nothing in my body. Like, again, it goes back to it feels like a child trying to scam me. Like, Mister, get me a lollipop and all your wildest wishes will come true. That's what it sounds like. It just sounds like silliness. And our experts, like, think about the return you're talking, like how rare. You could say this like during the time of like the shit coins and bitcoins and meme coins, like that period of time, because there were some coins that were like pennies that would go to like $100, $1,000, and that was something that you could point to those. But there's nothing here pointing to this. And our experts believe it could go higher return margins. Like, what? Why this word margins? And this makes me wonder. This feels like a ESL thing, and that's English as second language. So if you want to capture the biggest gains, click here to get this brand new market as early as possible. I'm going to click through and just see what the promo is. Okay, here's the promo. #1 gold play for 2024. So if you told me it was a gold bull run, then, or something of that nature, then I would be like, well, how am I supposed to make money off of gold? Right? What about a gold mining stock? Is that how I'm going to get into gold? Is it gold ETF? Is that how I'm going to get into gold? Or gold bullion, which is actually physical purchase a piece of gold or rock. These are the ways to get into gold. But this virtually unknown $5 investment could hand you huge gains as gold soars higher. Okay, we think you could use this term $5 investment to substantial gains. It's because after what feels like a decade of disappointment, we believe gold is in the cusp of a major bull market. They have to support this very early. $5 into substantial gain, gold versus S&P, Dow, NASDAQ. And if you look at this, this isn't substantial. This is just better than. This isn't like a big deal at all. It's like 10% spread. According to our research, all of which I will show you free of charge, we believe price of gold is set to rocket. That's fine. Beginning of a brand new bull market, fine. We strongly believe about to see spectacular gains. It's by far number one way to get rich in gold today, starting for less than $10. Yeah, there's just the problem being. Oh, I can just click share this tab instead. Yeah, the problem being that this just isn't, because of that's so vague. These little clues don't make sense. They don't make sense to me because it's so vague here. Like if it was a gold play, then I would know that why you would choose these things. It was just bizarre to me that you would even name those. Now I understand more. Still, just a big miss in terms of this email. Just a big L. It's not salvageable. I mean, I could probably sit here and work it, but you understand, hopefully, why this doesn't work. It doesn't work because I don't know what's about gold. It's so vague, I don't know what's about gold. And what made this powerful was it's a way to get rich on gold. And that's a very rare, silly thing to do. You put money in gold because the dollar is becoming less valuable. So gold, in turn, becomes more valuable per dollar. It doesn't really go up or down. It just is relative to the dollar. It doesn't really soar. So as a #1 gold play, $5 could bring you a huge gain. And that is intriguing because it's not supposed to happen. It's like, what? How? Right? So that makes you curious, especially if you have gold. So I think that kind of explains that. All right, here we go. Subject lines for both emails. There's that shit again. Unique $5 strategy to profit from gold boom. Okay, this is good. Or we recognize. Use this $5 strategy for the upcoming gold bull market. Gold is on the verge of skyrocketing. Do this now. Read this before you invest in gold. Forget mining stocks, gold bullion, even gold ETFs. Also, yeah, the only one here that I would actually submit would be this first one. Ori's right. Dear reader, there's no denying that gold is on the verge of a major bull market. Hey, remind me, after this is done, I'm going to see if I can find an Ori email. There's no denying gold is on the verge of a major bull market. Some people saying that it's charging to records. Gold settles. Gold prices have reached all-time highs. Okay, but before you rush out and buy mining stocks, gold bullion, or even gold ETFs like everyone else, check out what one of the most respected firms in precious metal investing is recommending. That's good. It's a unique strategy that could hand you a substantial return as gold surges. Okay, it only costs you $5 to get started. Good. Get the full story here while it's still online. Okay, let's see. Dear reader, no denying gold is on the verge of a major bull market. Also, good feedback here from Ori. I don't like these openers. Also, like gold going on a major bull market is such a fucking like oxymoron. It's like saying this sloth is really screaming his way up that tree, right? Like gold is a sloth investment. So I get like the promos talking about a #1 gold play, but it just feels cool. Charging the records settles it. Before you rush out and buy mining stocks, gold bullion, or even gold ETFs like everyone else, good. Check out one of the most respected firms is recommending. I think what's tough here is because gold is so boring, There's not a lot you can say here. I think you're on the right track. I'm interested. Tell me how you got this email format. Is this a swipe that you swipe from another email that you saw? Or I think this is a good setup. I'm kind of curious how you decided to set it up like this. Okay, so let's talk about this. Before you go out and do, okay, here's what you've done. You've presented an opportunity. Like Ori said, you could have presented it better. You gave cred or demonstrations that the opportunity is valuable. Cool. But before you just run out and take advantage of the opportunity in the ways that you would commonly do it, you should check out what a more credible source is saying to do. So I think this is a good setup. It's a unique strategy that can hand you a substantial return as gold surges, and it only costs you $5 to get started. Get the full story here while it's still online. Ori asked, why wouldn't you use a 38% stat here? I feel like it'll make a much better case than saying substantial. He says, I just wrote it, but I do read a lot of emails, maybe unknowingly copy. There's no original ideas, so possibly. Yeah, for Ori here, 38%, I would say that's too small of a number. It's not exciting. The one thing that I could say is if you gave me a deadline, if you said make a quick 38% in the next week, now I'm like, all right, I'll take 38% in a week. Fuck. And it only costs you $5. That's another thing is if you do a 38% gain, can you guys see my calculator? I don't think you can. Think about it like this. $5 times 1.38. It's funny because that'd be a 38% gain, right? Equals, check this out, 6.9. All right. So again, 38%, not very enticing. All right. It only costs you $5 to get started. This is good because it's easy anybody. Full story while it's still online. Simple enough. Would it go offline soon though? If so, you have to be more detailed, more specific, create more urgency. I think you could do that with like 1 or 2 words. You wouldn't have to go very crazy to sort of say, well, it's why it's still online. This is fine. I think this is fine leaving it like this. No big deal. All right, dear reader. No denying gold's a virgin market. Cool. Blah, blah, blah. But if you rush out like everyone else, you're likely to miss on the biggest gains. It's because there's a much, much better way to profit from a new gold boom that hardly anyone knows about. Okay, fine. Unique strategy, concern fine. It's also extremely safe. In fact, during one period, it's virtually unknown. One period means nothing. How long does your period usually last? This virtually unknown gold strategy returned 38% each year. That's not terrible. And that's not just for a year or two. That's incredible return. 38% for 18 years straight. All right. So if you do not mind me coming through here and making suggestions, I would just do that. Well, now I get this number. So we had Tiago's where it just seemed ridiculous. And the reason I said that, I was like, this seems silly. There's no reason for me to believe that. But you've written this. 38% is not ridiculous. Like I said, it's not very exciting at all. 38% for 18 years, wow, turns 1,000 to 300,000. That makes sense. And the fact that it's 18 years. So like whenever Tiago's letter was talking, I was like, 1,000 and 300. I for whatever reason, I was thinking like in a month or two. Like I didn't know how long we were talking. This feels a lot more real. 18 years seems like longer time frame than I'd like to hold for an investment because I might die in 18 years. But this is a little more reasonable. It's a lot easier for me to get behind this. Today you can discover his $5 strategy that will prepare you for a new gold market and sign an exclusive broadcast. Yeah, so turns every $5 into what, 10,000 or something like that? You can watch it here. P.S. Some of the world's smartest investors are already piling in the gold. Don't fall behind any longer. That seems like a fucking... This feels like you're going down swinging. It sounds like, you got clocked and you're just like, ugh, you're just like swinging like while you fall over. Like this is kind of wimpy. None of these, if these punches connect, they're not going to really do any damage. This is sort of like he's saying here. Like you just kind of, you're sort of checking the box. Like I have to be urgent. So they're doing it. Don't miss out. That's kind of what you're doing. I think I'd probably go with the longer version because again, something like gold, like this just, when I see all this, I know gold's a very slow moving thing. It's not very exciting. This is like, I'm not pumped. Like, you say it could hand you substantial returns for $5. And gold? Can you even buy a gold coin? Like, for $5? Like, what am I going to do with one gold coin? So this, giving me a little bit more substance, makes it more believable, especially in the gold investing kind of junk. I think that's more important. Hope all that makes sense. Do you read me? He said, got it. Thank you, Kyle. You're very welcome. All right, let's do the thing next. All right, we're gonna share this tab instead. All right, so this is Ori. Let's see what he's got. We got 5 pages. How I use 30K to build a 1.3 million portfolio in 9 months. Cool. I mean, cool because, like, check it out. We got a defined time frame, we got a defined investment, and it sounds kind of exciting. If you want to discover how I turned 30K in my own pocket into 1.3 million real estate portfolio in 9 months, you enjoy my exclusive mentorship for 2024. So Srujan says never use words like exclusive mentorship or course while writing an email about a course or coach. Brings up sales guard on the reader fast. I'm kind of with Srujan on this, in that, like, first off, join my exclusive mentorship because you did one thing, because you got lucky, like, because I just don't see this to be like, this seems like a really early, super premature close, in my opinion. Inside, I reveal step-by-step strategies to rapidly and predictably grow your portfolio. This is something we're going to do in the Copy Squad a lot more. It's going to be, I'm not sure if it's TFT or TTF or FTT, but it's going to be frameworks, tools, templates. And with frameworks, I want you to have something quantified. That would be, right, big 4 emotions. Like step-by-step strategies. Again, you guys fuck it up by being infinitely vague. I'm left to wonder, like, how many strategies, how many steps, how long will this take? All that stuff. Like, just tell me I'm going to give you my 5-step framework. Tell me I'm going to get you from here to there in 3 months. Tell me something. Like, that's why I said the subject line was good. I was like, oh, this is cool. It's a defined benefit in a defined period of time. And then it's like, how do you get it? Well, we're going to look at some strategies. It's probably going to say some stuff like, I'll teach you everything you need to know. I don't want to know every fucking thing. I want the goddamn framework, tools, or templates. All right? Think, plug, and play. That's the kind of shit you want to be talking about. That's like the attitude you want to have about your step-by-step strategies to rapidly and predictably grow your portfolio. You know, it's still so vague. Even if you don't have plenty of money to invest up front, again, Srujan saying the same thing. I had to learn these strategies the hard way. What strategies? Yeah, what he's saying what hard way? I'm saying what strategies? What the fuck are you talking about, right? I'm like, what do you mean I had to learn these strategies? From making hundreds of mistakes and losing thousands of dollars. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, here, I'm gonna go ahead and just second. Let's see what it says. A better alternative would be to be, is he trying to say compliant? Step-by-step strategy to help me grow my portfolio from XY. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You might have X money to invest. Yeah, second that. I think this is okay. But the big problem here is definitely the vagueness across the board. You know, I don't like to use this term anymore, but I called it poor man's intrigue. And what happened was people started conflating the idea of poor man's intrigue with the idea that you should never use the word this, these, them, that. Those are just ways that people are vague on purpose. The problem of poor man's intrigue is there's no intrigue because there's nothing specific or real. And so I stopped using poor man's intrigue because everybody got it fucking wrong and they had no clue what they were talking about. And it's everybody. So there's not like one guy was like, haha, I got it. Nope. You got it wrong too. Every person who talked about poor man's intrigue talked about it in the incorrect way, and so I stopped talking about it at all. But you can benefit from these priceless lessons I've learned without all the suffering. You lost $1,000, hundreds of, that's just, again, vague. Why should I believe you? Yeah. I'll personally guide you on your path to building your own bulletproof portfolio, just like I've done with Ayo, my mentee from last year, which I helped purchase 11 houses in just 15 months. Solid. No, I disagree here. This is when you got to slow down, Srujan. I think you're just on a momentum. Like, you've got momentum behind the critiques themselves, and it's like, no, this is actually a win. He's got a mentee, a result, 11 houses in 15 months. So I'm gonna highlight would be the wealth instead of the expenditure. You know, I sort of agree, I sort of disagree. Like, having the dollars is cool, but like 11 houses is just, that's crazy. That's a great result. One thing that would be more important is that, you know, what was his starting position? Maybe not more important, right? I think an important concept is Ayo's starting position. What if I just mutter, he was probably a millionaire to afford 11 houses, right? You could be next in line, but you must have a willingness to take action. Click here to apply it. Just not, if you got a warm audience, sure. But if this was a cold audience, No way. I don't have a lot of time. Currently manage multiple six-figure businesses. Oh, this feels pretentious. I'm only taking 10 student spots. Could fill those soon. All right, so what you're saying is I'm very busy and successful. You can totally do that without coming across as like a cunt. So you could say something like, this is not just some online course or cash grab. I'm going to be personally working one-on-one to make sure anyone in my circle becomes a success as fast as possible. Therefore, I can only spread my time so far and can only accept the first 10 folks who up on this offer. But hurry, this email went out to over, 25,000 people today. All right, you can do something like that. I got a question here. Can you write an email idea that's outside of the sales letter? For example, James Aldrich recommends a stock in his sales letter. During research, I found it supports CPU chips that shoot. Also, what if that information was private and I got it from someone I know? Do I have to talk to a financial publisher to use it, or does that publisher have information like that? Well, I mean, if you say something in a promo, how do I put it? You're gonna have to link it to some sort of source. Like you can't just make a claim. You gotta like highlight it, open up a comment, and say thesource.com. Like almost every line in a promo has like a source associated with it, at least in financial publishing. All right, there are no magic pills when it comes to wealth creation. However, real estate is the closest thing you get to a money-making cheat code. Still, have your doubts? Well, I guess. I don't know. Just listen to this. I mean, no, not really. Yeah, there's nothing provoking or provocative about these first two lines. My last two flips alone generated over 100K in combined profits. Cool. About 4 times average salary. You don't need to tell me that. I was gonna say this is impressive only if you kind of show me that you were working half the time of an average 9-to-5er. I was hands off with these deals for the most part and didn't put a single dollar in my money. Power of passive cash flowing and appreciating assets makes building wealth with real estate easier, faster, and more likely than most wealth creation methods. That power allowed me to live a life without financial worries, doing whatever I want, whenever I want. Wow, this is going to like the most like broadest, coldest of audiences. Like there's no mention, like it's just real estate. It just feels so vague. You know, Manny has a note here that this is what the email should be about. Yeah, cheat code to wealth is so generic. That's what I'm saying. This is so broad. It just feels like, I mean, it's interesting to see you guys subscribing to lists and then looking at the promos and trying to come up with angles. But it just doesn't seem like you are interested in the niche. Because like Manny can sit here and say, most people think it takes a long time and requires a lot of money. You know, those are the things you would want to highlight. Or you would want to, like, it just doesn't feel like you're aware of that. My last 2 hands-off flips made 100K in profits. Yeah, that's why I think that's good too. Okay. Manny's right. Will you bet on yourself in 2024? It's 2024. It's time to change your life. Okay. Time to take a leap of faith. Okay. But that bet should be calculated, educated, and based on evidence for people who've been there and done that. Okay. I've used 30K to put out 1.3 million. Like, that came out of nowhere. Like, honestly, like, listen to me reading this. Like, what would have prompted me for that? But this was only because I knew what I was doing. Doing what? I learned many valuable lessons, lost money, countless mistakes. It feels counter to what you just said. Faced plenty of mental challenges. I guess this came after he did all that bullshit. Now you can benefit from my lessons without enduring all the pain. You'll have everything I wish I had. Again, you'll be able to build your portfolio faster, far less risk. Yeah. It's all too vague. You'll have everything I wish I had. This is your biggest problem. I'm like getting a little bit drowsy over here. It's after 11. What kind of portfolio? Yeah, it's just more symptoms of the same vague problem, right? It's only if you're willing to do the work, change your life. Like, damn, Jesus Christ. I've got, like, why would I want to do the work and change my life? Because you had one success. Not everyone is committed enough. That's why I'm only accepting 10 people. Again, this sounds so fucking douchey. Like, I'm trying to think how to put this. Andrew Tate can get away with it because he makes like $2 million a month. He drives a Bugatti. You know, like, he has all the clout and clout. Credibility. Like, people believe in him when he talks. He can say stuff like this. Not everyone is committed. You know, I could see Andrew Tate sort of yelling this. But whoever the fuck this guy is literally throwing out like, I built a $1 million portfolio. It's time to change your life. It's just like, what does he stand for? Like, there's nothing here for me to like get like emotionally, like I'm gonna fucking follow this man. So I'm only accepting 10 applicants. So if you're serious about taking control, again, it just feels like really soft qualification. What do we got here? Hurry. 2 spots left. Good. Manny makes a great point. Private mentorship. Bring back the promise. Can't ever assume anyone's read a single piece of your work. It's all gonna be like basically from scratch, within reason, I guess. Inside a lot monthly one-on-one calls, goal setting workshop, KPI creation. All right, I'm not sure. First off, I don't want a goal setting workshop. Fuck that. I think instead, goals are hard, especially if I gotta calculate or project. Like, that's fucking hard. I would say something like talking about from the result itself, like one bonus, real estate financial freedom workshop, right? The goal is the outcome is financial freedom. It's what real estate's outcome is. Passive income, not goal setting. We know the goal. KPI creation. Even I have no idea what this is. All right, community access. 5+ ambitious mentees. Why is it worth? Yeah. Why is it worth that much? Ongoing mentoring using centralized goals and high-level access to my squad. Broker, solicitor. Who says squad? An accountant with more discounts. So this is, Manny keeps beating me too. This is the most interesting thing. Like, this is, I can get access to your, like, there's a lot of people when trying to start this who are just like, I don't know how to start an LLC. What do I do? Having professional help at this level would be massive. Getting access to teams sounds like a big deal, especially in real estate where I feel you need connections you want. Yeah, that. And people are just always like, that's like one of the things I see all the time. Like, how do I do a contract? How do I do a LLC? Can someone help me? Is there a template contract? Like, all that shit, like the paperwork side of it. Having access to someone to handle all that stuff for you at a discount, nice. Support directly with me. Haven't really sold me on that. Maybe the sales page itself does. Here we go. There's a sales page. How I scaled my property. I haven't left yet. My property from 0 to 15 houses using 30K of my own money. Here's a little cred sheet. This is stuff that would have been useful inside of the, what's this, shampoo? What is this? If I click it, it takes me back to the top. All right. Cool testimonials. I mean, these would have been good. These would have been good in the emails. No, this is not bad. So a lot of this information would be useful. Meet Tej. Or is it Tej? Because Tej talks. Meet Tej. Yeah. He's got like 1 or 2 cred pieces that he uses over and over. The best stuff is like this. Testimonials. Those are good. There's a nice little offer stack. Oh, he's got the same shitty offer stack. Okay. This is really good here. I like this little layout, like putting his cred pieces and cred cards like this. Okay. Whoa, Tej. Sorry, I didn't mean to bail, bruh. Share this tab instead. 5 key spreadsheets. Yeah, that's how I was thinking. Same thing, Manny. Social media and branding support. What's cool, like, if you're going to do these sorts of emails, you've got this offer stack here where Manny's kind of left confused on most of it. I'm super smart, so obviously I know exactly what it all means. But these all could have been emails. I would change the goal setting workshop, KPI creation and tracker. Those are kind of boring and not very sexy. So goal setting, financial freedom workshop, boom, just change it to the outcome. KPI creation and tracker session, again, change it to the outcome. What are the KPIs? They're key performance indicators that are going to track your progress, your income. Like, I think part of that might be automation, right? Automated income monitoring session. Something like that. Or like automate or call it like have a income or portfolio dashboard power hour, right? We'll get your dashboard set up in an hour. Something like that. Then I know what's coming, why it's valuable to me, and how long it's going to take. All right? That's kind of going to be it, man. P.S. Are you going to postpone changing your life to January 1st, 2025? Just do it in 2020. Ooh, dig. I'm not here to judge. Well, it feels very judgy. I just want you to know it's very hard mentally going alone. Having someone not only give you all the tools you need to succeed. What tools do I need to succeed? You kind of listed a bunch of things here, but I don't feel like I don't understand them. Those kinds of problems that Manny mentioned above. Also, keeping you accountable is the best way to drastically boost the odds of you winning this year. All right. I don't have like a lot of great rewrites for this, but I feel like just, listen to the words that I said. That's it. We did it. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask? Anything they want to... Thank you for the live video and answering my question. It was fun, insightful. Got a jet. Cheers. All right. Thanks, Goku. Appreciate you. Peace. All right. I hope that all good for me. Thank you again. Thank you for watching. I hope that this helped you out. I hope it gave you some insight into some of the, there were some common problems with emails here in terms of like vagueness and highlighting promise, getting more specific, all those kinds of things. It was kind of lacking in these ones here tonight. So I hope this was useful. I hope you got something out of it. I'll catch you guys next time. And until then, peace out, Copy Squad.